Okay, so just refresh my memory on how the last candle was blown out.
Um,
Uh,
so you were rooting around in the body, trying
Oh,
to
yes,
find
yes,
it,
yes.
yeah.
and then did not succeed.
Yes. So we are now at 7 candles. Natalie, as you were looking through the body, you were covered in gore and just pieces of the commander. Your hands will never be clean. They are red, dyed red from his blood, and you have that irony smell. It's kind of stuck in your nose. You were looking for a key card, and unfortunately, that key card is nowhere to be found. So, we have 7 candles, which means we have 7 truths. The first truth is...
The world is dark.
Natalie?
There's more than one key card, but there's different areas of the ship that can be found.
Sarah?
The other key card. I know where the other key card is.
All right, Atoli?
The generator that's from the first set of laws, or the first truths, that generator that's functional, but it's surrounded by a vacuum, it's going critical.
Okay, then.
Which we continue to screw ourselves with every round.
Listen, we're gonna die somehow, you know.
Yeah.
I figured my last truths were too nice. I had to do balance it out.
Obadiah?
The captain. I know that the captain has a large stash of like star charts and all the data that's been collected from this journey all in one place, like in a chip or something that I could possibly steal or take.
Okay, and I'm going to throw a truth in here as well. They do not like light. Not the emergency lights are fine because they're very dim, but not LED powered high luminescent light. Fire included in that.
Interesting.
But just remember that you're in an oxygen rich environment and fire would not play nicely.
Fire bad.
And the last truth is...
We are alive.
We are, aren't we? Doesn't it feel good? Doesn't a near-death experience get the blood pumping? Makes you feel alive, doesn't it?
All right, so Natalie, why don't you go ahead and start us off with, unfortunately, not finding anything in the captain's pants or shirt.
Sorry. Yeah, there's nothing here. If he had a card, I don't know. Could they have taken it, or there's nothing here.
Well, is that the only key card?
I look like I've just realized something, and I just go tearing out of the room.
Wait, what? Where is she going?
Down the hall to my quarter, rooting through stuff.
Hold it. I'm sorry. Am I there? Did I leave?
Yeah, you went to your quarters.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not here. I'm so sorry. I'm done.
When she takes off running, I'm going to look at Natalie. Go with her. Don't let her go alone, as I'm hacking the computer, trying to see if I can somehow circumvent the command codes altogether.
Okay, so I'll run after Sarah.
Okay, so as Natalie runs after Sarah to her quarters, we're going to cut to Obadiah, who is making his way to his quarters at 2B. Just as you get there, you start to hear the music getting a little louder in your ears, and you hear the chittering, and it sounds like it's all around you now.
I move toward the door. I try to open it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 76.
All right. Damn you.
Oh,
No, that's a success, but I'm gonna roll my dice here. And I unfortunately
Yeah.
tie with you, so
Yep.
so as you get to the door, you hear them all around you, and you hear and you open up the door, and when you get on the other side, your room is completely dark, and the door does not shut all the way when you try to close it.
Strange. I go to my my dresser where I've got all of my trying to think. I said I have a huge book collection. How would I possibly transport that? Maybe it's all digital.
Yeah, PDF.
Yeah, where I've got my PDF, like my USB things with all the thousands of megabytes of books. All right. And they're all categorized and alphabetized. All right, I'm going to try to see. First of all, I'm going to just take it. All right. I'm going to get a blank one, hook it up to my computer. Okay, which is also in the room. Open up the laptop as the light. Does it turn on?
Yeah, we'll give it to you. Your little table light turns on.
All right. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start searching through the knowledge I already have to see if I can come across anything that will be of use to me in this situation. Should I roll for that?
Nope, you can freely do that.
Okay.
As you do that, you notice that one of the files that you have on there is just entitled Apollo Commands.
Click on it.
You click on it, and it has all the commands to reconfigure, to troubleshoot, to turn off, to turn on, to change the voice of, to change the sex of Apollo, if you can change the sex of a robot. It's basically like if you have those, you can control Apollo.
Interesting. Do I have a way to override Apollo to make him turn off Operation Starburst?
You tell me.
I'm going to type into the laptop. So are these commands? Are they spoken commands, or are they code, or?
This is code.
All right.
It's kind of like it's written in binary.
I wonder if I should bring it to a Toli, since he's the hacker.
And your personal computer is not hooked into the mainframe. It's your own personal, like a laptop computer.
All right. I'm going to take I'm going to take the laptop. I'm going to take my collection of USB stuff, put under I'm just going to hold it, and I'm going to try to get back to Atoli at the bridge so that I can give him these commands, and hopefully he can screw with Apollo.
As you leave your room, you realize as you try to shut the door, it does not latch the whole way. So there's got to be something wrong with the locking mechanisms on your door. You don't know if it affects all of the doors, but it's affecting your door.
Is there another room next to me on either side? Probably. Yeah. So this is 2B. I go over to 2A and try to open the door.
You open the door.
Then I try to close it.
It does not shut all the way. It's
All
almost
right.
as if once you turn the latch, it stays locked open.
Locked open. All right. I ponder this for about a second, but then I'm like, this is unimportant. I'm running back to the bridge.
Yep, you're running to the bridge. It is dark. Well, kind of. It's that orange haze. You hear the music getting louder in your ears, the chittering sounds all around you. Roll 66.
Ah! That's bad.
That is a success, though.
So... Should I use the moment?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, certainly you can.
All right.
Well, is your moment the first thing
Yeah,
on top?
I put them in the order I wanted them in. So yes,
Okay.
The moment is the first one. Then, should I tell you the rest of the order?
No, you don't have to. Just as long as the brink's on the bottom.
All right, yeah, the brink's on the bottom. All right. Suddenly, as I'm running, that idea that has been going through my mind finally gels. I have it. There is a way to immortality. I can live on past my own perishing. I can put a part of myself into cyberspace, into the digital world by getting what I know together or down in a book form. All right. Now, would that mean that? So with this revelation, I almost stopped short for a minute. I'm like, all right, I have a goal now. I have a hope. I have meaning. Should I re-roll the ones?
Yep. Re-roll the 2 ones. So roll 2d6, and you live your moment. Go ahead and kind of end that.
As I realize this, I understand that there's work ahead. There is work to be done. I'm going to, after I get the USB to Atali, I'm going to begin writing my memoirs, all the things that I've discovered about life, any important information, and I'm going to be trying to secure a future for my knowledge, if not for me.
Okay. Yep. You have lived your moment, and you can set that off to the side.
Or dead now moment.
And you also will be getting a hope die, which is specifically for you, and we'll kind of get into. I'll have you roll an additional d6 afterwards, and
Okay.
the only time you will lose that hope die is if you fail your brink.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to make a little note to say you have a hope die. All right, so with that roll, I don't gain any new die to my dice pool. I just have the 3 that I started with. And Obadiah, you make your way to Atoli?
Totally. I have wonderful news. I have found a file on this computer. I stick the USB into his main computer. Click on this one right here. It gives you all the codes you need to control our friendly AI.
So you run in there and you stick the AI the stick. I found what you need, and you're sticking it into the computer. Is there any way I can try to knock his hand or stop him from actually sticking the stick into the computer system?
Yeah, you can roll 66. Very good. Yeah, go ahead and actually, you know what? Let me.
No! And I grab the USB.
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
We're going to see who gets narrative control here. Give me 1 second.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. That would be you. Go ahead.
No! And I grab the USB stick. We know the computer's been compromised. Your laptop, is it connected to the main system?
No, it is not.
Then we use that. And I grab his laptop and I pop it open and I go into the commands.
All right, cool. Sorry. Sorry. I don't know.
The ship's computers, they've already been compromised. Apollo is compromised. If we have a system outside the grid, perhaps there is a hope. Perhaps we have a chance. And he's just typing frantically. What I'm going to try to establish is I'm going to run a script line that doesn't take effect until it actually pings the system. So as soon as this computer connects to the ship's computer, it automatically runs the command function. The command function is Apollo override, shut down starburst, and return to analog control.
Okay. Yeah, that would definitely serve as a conflict. So go ahead and again roll 66.
Hey.
All right, you go ahead and narrate that.
Nice job.
So he's frantically clicking on the computers. And then Apollo pops up on the speakers.
Starburst. Restarting.
And you gotta, the lights slowly come back on. And Atoli would toss the laptop to the side, get up and start punching things on the panels. It's on manual now. We can turn the lights on. We have control of the ship, not the computers.
Apollo comes back up and says,
Manual override accepted.
Wonderful. Wonderful job, Tony.
And Atoli goes back to clinking some panels. Go check on Sarah.
and I was just going to say, we're going to cut to Sarah and Natalie now, making their way to where Sarah knows where there's another key card.
It's going down into the crew quarters, and the lights come back up as we're going, and I hear Apollo's voice in our head with the manual override, and I'm like, great, I'm just gonna keep going, because I guess we're gonna need the card one way or another. And when we get to the quarters, I see that the door is slightly ajar, which I know I left it shut and locked before I left this morning.
Okay, so go ahead. You're at your door now, and the door is ajar. Roll 5d6 for me. Let's see what's on the other side of that door.
Just 5 or not 6?
5 because there was one rolled in the last one.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yes. Good. Hey.
That is a success.
Excellent.
So go ahead and tell me.
Okay. So I open the door slowly because I don't know what's inside. If something has been in there or someone has been in there. And do I see any, there's nobody. Or is there anybody? Do you know? Great mighty GM.
You can you narrate it, so you tell me.
Okay, all right. So I don't see anyone visible that's been in there, but that doesn't mean anything at this point. And I just bolt for my desk where I'm digging through all of my files and papers and books and kind of throwing personal effects to the side and come up with the key card.
Okay, so you have a key card.
Yep, but I'm also still dripping blood.
Yes,
everywhere.
you still are dripping blood, and also you hear the chittering, and the music starts to get a little loud as well. You notice that as you were walking, the chittering got a little louder. You think they might sense your blood.
Oh dear.
And Natalie's right behind me.
Yeah, while she's in her room, I'm standing outside her room, just keeping a watch on the halls, just to keep on looking at all the around, just to see if there's anything coming towards us.
And is the chittering inside the room, or is it out in the hall coming toward us?
Well, you can. It sounds to you like it's right by you.
Oh, great.
Tatiana can hear the music now that she has. I'm sorry, Natalie can hear the music now that she has her earplugs in.
Okay, I'm going to lunge for Natalie and try to hand off the key card and just sort of shove her back down the way we came from. Go, take this to Atoli and Obadiah and make sure they get it, because they'll need it. I'm gonna stay here and try to fend them off or distract them.
Okay, and Natalie, why don't you go ahead and roll? We're at 4d6 now, so go ahead and roll 4d6.
Nice.
All right, let me roll mine. I am now at 6d6, so let's see. Why don't you tell me if you see anything in the hallway, or if you do see something, what do you see?
I see that shadow, but it's moving away from us. It's searching for something that way. And I motion to Sarah and I point to show that was going that way. So I don't know if it I don't know if it can hear us or what. what way goes that way? What's down that way? Well, can it circle back this way towards us? I'm asking Sarah. I figured she would know the layout of her quarters. Like is there a dead end that will come back this way, or do we have time to run the other way?
It's the locker room. I mean, it cuts through on the other side. We could make it back up, but it's kind of a longer route than the one we took to get down here. So we could go that way.
And follow it?
Let's not follow it.
I'm confused on. But
So it's not coming the way we came from. It's coming the opposite
right,
way.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We
Sorry.
came from this way and going that way.
Yeah. No,
That
that was the
wasn't-
locker room. It does come back around, but it's going to take it a while to come back up this way. So if we go back the way we came, we stand.
should
a
go
better
now.
chance. Yeah, we
Yeah,
should.
we should go now.
Right now.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll just start running back the way we came.
Okay, so you guys are going back the way you came, and
I'm leaving a trail of blood drips behind me.
and yeah, Sarah's leaving blood right behind her. Her heart is pumping so fast. She's staying calm on the outside, but she's freaking out on the inside, and which is causing her blood to pump real fast, and sweat is making the blood just drip a little more, and you start to hear footsteps coming from behind you.
I'm gonna push Natalie ahead of me so she's ahead, and we're gonna keep running.
Okay, so you guys are running from whatever it is,
Yeah.
and we're gonna cut back to Obadiah and Atoli. And
All right.
you guys are sitting in the commander's area. You
I've
have
been-
just manually overrode Apollo, and he is at your every beck and call. Now that you have his commands, and
Oh, we can make him do whatever we want him to do. Alright, for real though, I've probably paid no attention to that. I've been on my laptop, typing up like a memoir, and, yeah. I'm kind
so
of
you're
obsessed.
just feverishly typing.
Yeah, I'm obsessed now. I'm over here just going, nope, this is
Okay.
me now. This is my life. This is my only lifeline, and I don't have much time to do it.
All right.
What are you doing?
Building my phylactery, if you will.
All of a sudden, you see Sarah and Natalie. They come through the door. The door shuts behind them, but does not latch. Kind of stays what I call locked open. And they are now in the room with you.
I'm gonna try to hold it shut.
Okay.
What's going on? You look nervous.
Something is behind us. I don't know
Is there
what.
like a-
Something.
Like a medical kit
not
or
done.
something in the bay to kind of help patch her up.
Roll 4d6. Oh,
Nope.
Can I use my virtue?
absolutely. And your virtue,
So,
is
Logical. So I'm gonna be like frantically looking, and then like I'm gonna be like, well, the med kit is over in this area, and wouldn't it be just like willy-nilly? And so would I just roll again?
Yep. You roll 1d6 because you failed on one turn, or one die. Oh, you are so
Nice.
lucky.
Wow.
But you're lucky now. Let me roll.
that
Ah,
was awesome.
Oh, but
Oh,
unfortunately,
oh.
I find it, but it's empty.
you do not find the medical kit. The good thing is the scene does not end because that was a success. You do not find the medical kit, but you do decide to take some of the captain's clothes and tear it off, and you are now putting on his bloody ribbons around her wound, and you now effectively are mixing blood.
Great.
That's
Not worried about an infection or anything.
yeah, that's not good.
Where did you go?
That's
That's so
sanitary.
Jesus.
ain't going to med school. I study plants, okay? I don't deal with humans.
So you study plants. Do you know how to? Do you have anything on you that could constitute as I don't know, pain relief or something useful? No.
In the lab, but not on me.
All right, fine. All right, we're now all in the captain's brig, not brig, or the captain's bridge. That's what I'm looking for. And the door is locked open, and we are all
All of a sudden,
we're all here.
all of a sudden, outside in the hallway, you hear heavy footsteps, and you hear bang, 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 bang on the door.
Can we
Who
see
goes
through
there?
the window?
You can see it through the window. What you see is blackness. You see darkness. So much darkness that it's you don't even see the orange haze of the light anymore. The emergency lights is like it's covering the light.
Somebody come help me hold this door shut.
I go. Would I Is the thing trying to get in? Yes.
Are you gonna
probably.
hold the door?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Roll 4d6.
All right.
Are we both rolling because we're both holding it?
Nope, just Obadiah.
2 1s and 1 6. All right, wait. I'm going to use my virtue.
Okay.
Am I able to do that? Yes.
Yes, because because you used your moment. Yep.
All right. So the next is it's wise or wisdom.
Yep.
So let me think. How would I apply that? I am going to go before I go over there. I'm going to get some large, heavy thing to try and brace up against the door. There's there's maybe a pole or I can rip like a cabinet out of the the cabinet holder and use something to brace it up against the door. And I'm going to re-roll the 2 1s that I got.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is a success, and you successfully do that.
All right.
And you just keep hearing bang, 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 bang. And you realize that as it's banging on the door, it's kind of pushing you guys back. And if it really wanted to, it could get in if it wanted to. I think it might be trying to scare you.
It wants us to leave this room.
We leave the room, we go out there with it, so
That's the only door in and out? Oh, shoot. Okay.
it's not.
You could roll 4d6 and find out.
I think that there's through the captain's chambers, there is another way out which leads to where the escape pod is.
Is there a hatch that we can find?
Roll.
Yeah, I will roll for that.
Roll 4d6 to see if you can find a hatch.
Dang it.
You do find a hatch, but it is not the hatch that takes you to the escape pod. It takes you to another section of the ship that recently had no air going to it, but it has air now because oxygen is on.
Okay. Well, we can leave through here, but I would assume that it's trying to get in to reactivate the starburst sequence or whatever. Also, back to typing. You guys can come up with a plan.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh,
How did they access Apollo in the first place?
Who knows? Who cares at this point? We're all gonna die.
So are you asking in character or out of character? I'm sorry.
In character.
Okay.
I mean,
Apollo comes on and he says,
I've heard my name. Manual override has been detected.
Could we look at the system to see if
try to send
how
it.
they the system see how they can have access to Apollo and how to block said access.
Right now, Atoli is the person who is kind of helping with the manual override.
Right.
He has gotten there. That would be completely up to Atoli.
I believe we have reset control of the ship so it is out of the computer's hands. How they hacked the AI, I am less concerned with, and I am more concerned with trying to re-engage these damn locks. And he just keeps hacking away like pounding on the damn keyboards. Basically trying to fix the locked open state.
Now, Natalie, if you would like to forcefully move Atoli from the computer and look into that yourself, you're welcome to roll for that.
No.
Yeah.
I think finding the lock is the best thing, because that thing once in here, if we leave down the hatch, we have to have some sort of barrier. So find the locks is the best option right now.
All right, you want me to roll it?
Yep, go ahead.
They know the truth.
All right, I am going to try to execute this command. I fear if it does not work, we better get down that hatch as quickly as possible.
Okay.
The odds are stacked against us.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So close, though, and there's nothing I can burn for this?
No, because there are no ones.
Okay.
All it basically does is lets me narrate what happens after the conflict. So, I'm sorry, what was it you were trying to do again? Command for what?
I was trying to put in a command to fix the locked open state so we could actually close this bulkhead.
Okay, so you can't find the command, or you're so rattled that the command does not work. You see the latch go in and then come back out, in and then come back out, and then it stays out. But the reinforcement that Obadiah set up has sort of given the creature pause a bit, and it just, you would say it's standing outside of the window looking in, because all you can see is darkness. It's no longer banging on the door, but if you had to assume anything, it was more than likely just staring in at you, watching.
I'm going.
Stare back.
You want to stare back? Okay, you can stare back.
It.
Yeah,
I'm just at the computer. I'm just going to turn around and stare defiantly in Russian.
Okay. As you're staring at it, you slowly start to see the orange glare of the lights come back, and you hear loud footsteps walking away. They're not running anymore. They're now walking, almost as if they know what you're going to do next.
When we don't know what we're going to do next, they do.
Psychic.
Uh,
Is there communications equipment that we can use to... there's communications equipment so that we can try to send a...
How much oxygen do we have? Apollo, what are the oxygen levels?
Oxygen levels, 55%.
It hasn't even been...
That manual screens.
What's that?
I confirmed that with the data off of the analog screens to make sure that he's not lying to us.
Confirmed.
Yeah. Yeah, we're losing oxygen very quickly. I wonder if perhaps the only goal would be to try to turn towards the blackness and then blow it up. Try to take them down with us? Or do you still see a way out?
We have the one escape pod we can...
That's true. How many people fit in an escape pod?
Are you asking Apollo?
Apollo, how many people can fit into one escape pod?
3.25.
3.25. Well, hopefully Natalie counts as 2.5 of a person, because she could fit through the window earlier, which is kind of small. So
Basically, what Apollo means by that is 3.25 people can fit in with 100% oxygen and to be able to live for 2 days. Any more than that, 4 people, your oxygen significantly decreases because it's tighter spot, your breathing gets heavier, and more CO2.
And so the escape pod. Where would we go? Is Earth nearby? No,
Apollo comes in and says,
it's not.
You could make it to Earth, but you may get lost in orbit. They have opened a portal.
You guys take the pod.
What?
You take the pod.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to stay here.
Why?
Somebody's going down with the ship, and it might as well be me.
Do you have no one home?
I have kids, but
But okay, screw them. Yeah.
no, not that.
So you plan to stay with the ship. Would you be one to activate Operation Starburst?
I can try to send messages. I can try to let them know that you're coming. Not them, but, Earth, them, Houston, them.
Houston, okay, cool.
Yeah. But if you guys go, then you take your research, go. This whole mission won't be all for naught.
Yes.
We're going
If
back
there-
to Earth.
Possibility when I signed up, go.
All right, Obadiah just realized that if there were less people, the oxygen would last longer.
Well,
All right.
5 minutes ago.
I believe we have assessed the situation wrong from the beginning, and the first time the creature left us alone is when we turned to face it. You want to run back to Earth and see how they are doing? Fine. You want to stay with the ship and blow it up? Fine. Me? I'm gonna go find that thing that killed the captain. And he walks over and grabs like the captain's sidearm, assuming the captain had a sidearm on him.
roll 3d6.
Oh shit! It's
Okay.
You find a sidearm.
boom! Badass moment.
All right, so
Aspadanya. He leaves the room,
so
or he goes down the hatch.
from what I gather is who's going down the hatch? It goes to another portion of the ship that was originally locked off because of oxygen. There was no oxygen there.
But there was oxygen now because we turned
There's
to
oxygen now because you turned on the life support.
Apollo, where is the escape pod?
The escape pod is located in Section A. Section A can be found in the hatch, in the commander's room.
So Section A is the section of the ship that was shut off.
So wait a minute. So
It's
the
basically
hatch,
that hatch is an escape hatch for the commander in case of emergency. He can get to an escape pod
Oh,
or the area where the escape pods are.
okay. Cool, I'll take it.
So you're saying it like leads to the lower decks where all the escape pods are, and you can like go back into the ship, or you can get into an escape pod and eject.
Mhm.
All right.
I'm going down the hatch.
Okay.
Actually, no, wait. I watch Atoli leave. Does he get eaten after walking out the door or anything like that?
You see a totally go down the hatch, and
And I had to go back into the ship, not towards
Yeah.
the escape.
yes, he looks at you and he says, "Das Vidania, comrades," and he shuts the hatch over top of him, and you hear him crawling through, but that's about it. You don't really see where he goes.
That's the last we see of Atoli. All right.
Maybe not.
Who knows? All right.
Do you want to try to send a message to try to raise somebody it's not them.
So,
Alright.
do you still plan on staying with the ship, Sarah?
Well, now that we're down to 3, I guess not.
All right. And Natalie, do you have anything to add, or are we just gonna try to go to the escape pod?
I want to get my research, but I don't know if we have the time. So
Why don't
to
you
go-
try to get it and then come back? Is it possible for... let me think. Can I try to
I'm going to go get it, because if I don't have that, I mean, we don't know what the plant life is on Earth, if it's even alive. This is what we have on the ship is the only thing we have left of Earth, probably. We can't
Yes,
just leave it here.
that is very true.
So I'm gonna go back and get as many samples as I can, and I'll try to make it back to you.
All right. Yeah. All right. Good on. I'm going to the escape pod now.
Sarah, do you want to go with Natalie, or?
I want to try to hail Earth, somebody. Some planet nearby that has sentient life. Hopefully Earth.
So you're going to try to send a message?
Okay.
Yes. I'm going to try to send a message.
Wonderful. What a great idea. I'm leaving.
Okay. If you want to, okay.
I would like to do it from within the escape pod, because
You want to try to do it?
suspicious that he's going to take it and run.
Okay. Okay, so you want to go with Obadiah. Natalie, you're going to go back and get some specimens from the lab.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with Natalie. How would you like to leave? You're going through the hatch, or are you're going to take the stuff away from the door and walk out the door where the
Yeah, I'm not going through the door. I'm gonna go
Okay.
through the hatch.
Okay, so you're going back kind of the same way Atoli went to get back into the ship. Okay.
Correct.
All right, so you get into the hatch and you go down, and it is dark. There's not any light there. And you can either go straight or you can go left. Left will take you to left will take you to the escape pod. Straight will take you back into the ship. So you go straight,
Yes.
and as you're going, your earbuds fall out, and you get that high pitched squeal again. It's a little louder now. You can still hear the and yeah, it's tough for you to go on, and you're kind of frozen for just a little bit. Let's cut to Sarah and Obadiah. You go left. You go left, and I'll let you guys tell me what you might find.
All right, we go into the large open room where there's a bunch of empty hatches where the other escape pods have already gone. There's one left. I go over to it, turn the wheel, open it up.
Okay.
Are there any?
Roll.
3d6. Okay.
Hey.
Wow,
Nice.
that's crazy. Alrighty then. All right,
Okay.
I'm going to open it up. I'm going to get in. Come on in, Sarah.
I'm
All right. Shut the door. Shut it behind you.
I'm gonna look around quickly and see if there are any emergency supplies, any reserve oxygen,
Roll 3d6.
anything left that the other people didn't take in their haste, leaving us all to die. Well, I guess
Okay.
not.
Alrighty then.
Alrighty then.
Unfortunately, you don't see anything, and also not only that, the door that latches to the escape pod is also locked open. It will not shut and latch.
Oh,
But there is a transmitter inside, which is still running on the electricity of the ship, which is still using its auxiliary. All of a sudden, you hear Apollo come over and go,
1 hour of power left.
and now we will blow out that candle. We are now at 6 candles.
I go change my lighting, make it a little darker in here.
Same. I'm gonna turn off my lights.
right.
Darkness time.
Echo, shut off Clayton's light.
Super darkness.
There you go. All right.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, let me. Yeah.
I have stared into the abyss, and now I hunt it.
Is this staring back?
Oh wow, yeah. Yours is perfect, man.
Okay. So we have 6 candles now.
Back there somewhere.
We have 6 candles now.
The world is dark. That is our first truth.
Our second truth is going to be on Sarah.
We pick up something attempting to send a message.
Natalie.
Yeah, the
sorry.
labs are right next to the escape pods.
Atoli?
Yeah, the friendly aliens that want to help us that I brought up in an earlier thing. They are outside and trying to communicate.
And Obadiah.
There is a way to secure the escape pod so that while we're in it, we can escape. That's so cool, Tully.
And the last truth is
And we are alive.
It's alive.
For
so.
now.
So we'll start the scene with Sarah,
Okay.
and just go ahead and not really recap, but just kind of expand off of what just happened.
Okay. So we burst into the escape pod. I run for the con for all where all the steering and the communications and everything is. And I look back at Obadiah and said, "Is it closing? Can you get it to shut?" Oh, keep
Oh.
trying.
It's not closing.
Great.
Is there any other way to close the escape pods?
They're supposed to close automatically. Like every other door in this ship.
Is there a second door behind here? I mean,
Is it set up like an airlock?
yes, isn't it? It would have to be in order for us to
there's
escape.
Two doors.
There would be 2.
So
Apollo, close the escape hatch for the escape pod.
Door latching.
Did it work?
did it.
Roll 66.
Alrighty.
The door
Tisk.
the door latches, but when you go to try to open it again, it almost seems as if it's stuck closed now.
Well, I wasn't gonna try to open it again.
Well,
So-
Bradley's still out there. So is the Tolly.
Well, neither of them are here, so too bad, I guess.
Such a people person.
Such a pity. Sarah, we are leaving, so you made the correct decision in following me. We did not have enough oxygen in here to last us the whole way, so it is actually better this way. And unfortunately, the door won't open, so really there's nothing else we can do. Is there an eject button?
Just as you look for that, Sarah, you're messing with the transmission
Yeah,
controllers.
setting SOSs to on
Yeah,
every frequency
and-
we've got.
you see something coming in, and it's just it's in Morse code, and when you decipher it, it says
Fear not. We do not mean to hurt you.
I would like to respond to it.
They're lying.
For you, identify yourself.
They're
Okay.
lying.
the transmission comes back almost immediately.
We are not them. We are the creatures who look after your kind.
Can you get rid of them?
Can you save us? You must be saved.
Transmission comes back and says,
Only the light can save you.
It's dark. That's one of the truths. I'm still typing in my laptop.
Apollo, engage the internal lights.
Apollo comes back and says,
Lights on. Auxiliary power draining fast.
Who cares? Are the only ones who matter now.
so the lights are on in the escape pod, and they're also on in the ship.
Oh. Okay then.
Yes.
The creatures might not like that actually.
They don't like that, and all of a sudden, you see the door burst open, and it just becomes complete darkness. Almost
Which
as
door?
if
The hatch or
the room where all the escape pods are.
the room where it happened.
Okay.
So you
Can
can
I-
still see out because there's some windows there, and it
Right.
is just almost as if it's complete darkness.
Where's the eject button? Where is it?
That would be an Apollo thing.
Apollo, where's the escape button? Where's the eject button? Apollo, eject the escape pod.
Cannot initiate command while the airlock is open.
Apollo, close the airlock.
Apollo can't close the door; it can only lock the door.
Apollo, why are you so goddamn useless? Whoever is out there, can you shine your lights onto our ship?
All of a sudden, you see. I'm gonna pull another Spielberg out, and it's gonna be a giant horn and just a light cast over the ship. But when you look out, as you're looking out, you can see half of the ship, and the light shines over, and it almost meets perfect darkness. So half of the darkness of them has taken over half of the ship, and the light penetrated by the kind, intelligent things cannot penetrate the complete and total darkness of them. So you're almost as if half of the ship is inside that giant black circle, and the other half is not.
Is our half?
Yeah.
Your half is not in.
All right. So can we
Darkness.
close Can we airlock the place now that the blackness is gone?
You cannot, because they are in the room, and you are locked inside of the escape pod.
All right. I wish we could override Apollo. There's no button in here. Apollo, where is the eject button?
The eject button is flashing red.
All right. I look for the flashing red button that I didn't notice up until this point.
Laugh it.
Is it above? Is it above me?
It can be above you. Roll.
I find the
roll.
attempt-
Roll 5d6.
Okay.
The flashing red.
Pass luck with buttons.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey!
You can hit
I
the
see.
button.
I see the button, the eject button above me. It's red and it's flashing. Well, Apollo, are we on trajectory to land? Where are we trying to land? On Earth?
Yeah.
On Earth.
Inputting coordinates now.
Thank you.
Apollo, hail Houston.
Houston, we have a problem.
That's exactly what I'm gonna say.
Okay, it takes a little bit. It takes a couple minutes for a transmission to go through to Earth, because back, and you hear what sounds like voices, almost sounds like laughter.
Oh, sh!
Yeah, hit the button. Hit the button. Houston, can you hear us?
I hit the button.
We can hear you. Unfortunately, when you hit the button, it does not eject.
I hate you.
Houston, we have a serious fucking problem.
And all of a sudden, and out of character, Jana, tell me if this gets to be too much.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you hear,
Mommy? Is that you?
Jane. Jane?
Mommy?
Jane? Michael? Jane?
Mommy, where are you?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
and then
Where
you
are
hear
you?
you hear a giggle.
Jane?
It's not them. It's not them. Stop listening. Turn it off.
No, that's a get your hands away from the controls.
I'm not touching it.
found-
We found Daddy.
What?
That's not possible.
Mommy, come back.
Jane, I'm coming. I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna be home soon. Keep pushing the button.
Mommy, how long? It's dark here.
Soon, I promise. Soon. I'm on my way. I'm on my way right now.
Are you? What does the Earth look like? Is it cold? Are you okay? Can you breathe? Are you not dead?
You hear a giggle.
It's very cold here. We like it though.
You like it? Has anything happened to you?
What do you mean by happened? We found Daddy.
What does Daddy look like?
Well, when we found Daddy, it was hard to tell it was him because he had black eyes. It was hard to see. But now we have black eyes.
And we can see everything.
I would hang up if
I'm
I were
gonna
you.
disconnect that call. Scream into my hands. And have
Okay.
a breakdown. Full on breakdown.
Okay, so she is bawling in tears, crying, which is completely understandable. Obadiah,
Awkwardly pat her on the back a little bit. I'm like, there. I'm like,
From six away.
look, it's going to be all right. We're going to go back down there. Your children are down there. We can help them. We need to eject. Now, do you have any idea? You were the highest ranking person here, other than the captain. Any idea how to do that?
I've got the key card and I'm just sort of fumbling around for it. And,
Oh, we should have thought of that before.
okay,
yeah.
we're gonna cut from you guys for right now. You guys are trying to figure out a way to escape. You're now locked inside of an escape pod and cannot get out.
Convenient.
So we're gonna move over to. We haven't talked to Atoli in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Atoli, you are in the ship. You're back in the ship, and you are hunting this darkness. You don't even know what it is. It doesn't have a shape. It's just darkness.
I'm going to keep my ears open for the chitter.
It's all around you. The chitter is all around you. You hear, doom, 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 and then as you turn the corner, you hear,
Dum, 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 dum.
it's coming at you fast.
Do I see like the blackness?
You
rolling in
see
front of me?
the orange haze. Well, it's not orange anymore because the lights are on.
Yeah.
You see the lights slowly start to what you think go out, but they're just being blocked out by them. You wanna shoot? Roll.
Yep.
Roll 5d6.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I will burn.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, forever.
Yeah, I will burn my vice. I am secretive. The reason I am secretive is because I am obviously a spy plant here to sabotage the mission with tons of military training in exobiology. Since I said earlier, us Russians knew all about the aliens. So my secretive training is going to let me re-roll these 2 ones I just got.
All right. Oh, so lucky. You are so lucky.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was
Good
what they call in the
job.
rule book a dire situation. That could have been very bad for you.
Oh yeah, I was about to be the first one dead.
Okay, go ahead and tell me what happens.
So I take point and I aim low because it's thumping, so it's got to have some kind of feet touching something, and I shoot 4 shots in a clockwise pattern in case it's walking on the ground or the walls or the ceiling. And 1, 2, 3 into the 4th one, like it was grabbed onto the wall and it was thumping as it was crawling along, sucking the light out of the room. And I managed to hear it fall and hit the ground. And I instantly realized my plan of staring it down isn't working, so I turn around and run.
Okay, and right before you run, you see the darkness enfold in on itself, and it turns into what they saw hissing and skitters back up and away.
Yeah, GTFO.
So when it's
right at, so no.
Yeah. Okay, so you're running away. So we're going to go back to Natalie. Natalie, would you like to tell us what's going on with you?
So, I'm leaving I've left the escape pods area. I'm going straight to the labs, particularly my lab, to like my work, and I'm grabbing small seed samples, but something that I can be carried to kind of continue life and everything, and putting it in like a containment thing, and then heading back towards the escape pods.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and roll? Yeah, we're still at 5d6. We're going to find out if possibly they may have inhibited any of your plants.
Oh.
All right, let me roll.
Yeah, a lot of plants need sunlight.
Okay. So, from the darkness, you notice that your plants have withered a bit, and you can visually see some of the leaves swaying as if there was wind, almost as if they've taken a life of its own. And you see it, and you're running away with the specimen, and you make your way to the life pod. So we're going to cut back to Sarah and Obadiah. And you guys are still locked inside of the pod. Transmissions are still coming through. But it's just a bunch of giggles and laughter. And it's almost as if, like, if it stopped, you would still hear it because it's that haunting to you. So you can't really tell whether or not they're actually laughing or if it's inside your head.
I'm gonna shove the key card at Obadiah and just recite an override code off the top of my head. Just repeat it, trying to drown out the giggling.
All right, you want to use the key card?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll 5d6.
Alrighty. No. I would like to burn my vice.
And what is your vice?
Is grief.
Oh, wow.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna look at Obadiah and say they can't have seen their father. He's been dead since we launched.
Are you willing to face the truth then?
Yes. Yes.
Those are not. All right.
I want to get out of here. I want to go home. I don't know if there's home left to go to, but I want to go there.
All right.
Find my kids, and I want to get the hell out of here.
All right, and then go ahead and re-roll 1d6.
Get that 6, come on.
Oh. Unfortunately, that ends the scene. And your key card does not work.
Great.
So, does anyone need to take a bio break?
I'm good.
I am good.
Okay. So we're at 5 candles.
Candles. We're doing pretty well.
Yeah, you
no
guys.
one's died yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are doing pretty well. That's why I'm amping up the conflicts here.
Yeah.
We're emotionally
Yeah.
done, but
So.
Yeah, between 5 and 6, we went forever.
Yeah.
Right.
So, we start off with this one truth. We have 5 candles. First truth is
The world is dark.
Sarah, you have the first player truth.
The generator is failing in the ship.
Sorry, Natalie, you're next.
Besides the door to the main chamber of the escape pod, there's like kind of like the undercarriage of like buses where like they put suitcases from the outside, so you can slip stuff into the outside of the escape pod.
Okay, I like that. So there's cargo on the escape pod.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the word. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it could be accessed from the outside.
Ooh, okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I like that. Atoli.
They haven't done it yet, but these things can look like us.
Okay, I like that.
They can look like us.
That's a good one. And the final truth is...
We are alive.
Yes. We are.
For now.
For now.
Yeah.
We are alive. Okay, so Sarah and Obadiah are locked inside of the escape pod. Sarah is crumbled and her hard facade is no more. She is just stricken with grief. She's heard what sounds like her family, and they have been reunited with her dead husband, and she knows that just can't be true. The music has been playing in her head for so long, and the laughing has been going on in her head for so long that it's actually not even playing anymore. She's just hearing it. Same goes for Obadiah.
Music's so pretty.
Yes, and you actually find yourself, when you talk, you're speaking in the tonal nature of the sound that was put through. You don't realize it, because that is pretty much the sound that's running through your head nonstop now. So it's become normal to you now.
Yeah, okay.
And we'll start off with, you guys are in there. We're going to start off with Natalie, actually. Natalie is making her way to the escape pod. And why don't you roleplay for us and tell us what's going on?
Well, my head thing fell off, right? The ear thing. So.
Yep, they
I'm,
fell off.
So I'm clutching at my head and I'm like looking at my clothes and I'm trying to tear at my clothes to kind of use as something to stuff my ears with, just to drown out the sound.
Okay, yep, you can do that. You still hear the music. It's just like it was if you had the headphones on.
Okay, but at least it's not high pitched.
Mm-hmm.
And I take a second to gather myself and I pick the container back up. I'm going towards the escape pods, and I like get to the pod and I'm like banging on the door, like, open the door.
Sarah, do you want to say anything? Obadiah seems like he just wants to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort of drag myself to my feet and try to, I know it's futile, but I'm gonna try to unlatch the door.
You can try to unlatch the door. Go ahead and roll 5d6. Never know. Maybe all the trying might give way.
Hey, look at that.
All right. So hold on one second.
And it won't be able to close again.
All right. You win narrative control. Does the door open?
The door does open, but not just enough for Natalie to squeeze through.
Okay. Obadiah, are you gonna just sit there and let her?
I'm this close. This close.
Question: is it just for me to squeeze through, or can the container squeeze through as well?
How big is your container?
It's pretty. It's like probably like a cargo trunk kind of thing,
Let's say 4x2x2.
Yeah.
Big enough to hold a couple plants.
Yeah. I would say yeah. It's not a wide opening, but it's not.
Okay. As the door swings open.
So you're bringing a bunch of oxygen-eating plants in here.
Plants produce oxygen.
Yeah, plants produce oxygen.
All right. Fine. It's true. I'm an idiot.
You're actually not.
I mean, not that is the reason you think, but yeah.
So
I've been oxygen deprived for too long, I think.
yes,
You've
Apollo.
seen some shit.
Apollo comes through and says, "Oxygen level 20%."
Yeah.
And,
All right.
So
Fine, you're bringing yourself, which is an oxygen devourer. Just kidding, not going to say that.
So, Obadiah, as you're looking at Natalie, you notice that she has a plant that is like her special plant, like just held. It's not inside the case. It's like she couldn't bring any pets along, obviously, so she has this pet plant, so to speak. And you notice when you look at it that you can see the leaves swaying side to side, almost as if there was a gentle breeze.
See me, Seymour.
I'd like a long, slow root canal, please. Sorry. All right. Why is that moving?
I was running to get here.
All right, stop moving. Completely put it down for a minute. Let's look and see if it's continuing to move, because I think it might be infected.
I'll take the plant and I'll put it down on the ground.
So you set it down, and
Yeah.
the leaves are certainly still moving.
You should probably put it out.
Natalie, that's your favorite plant.
It is my favorite, but and I look at it. I'm like gripping it really tight, and I turn my head away. I just throw it out the escape pod door behind me, like out into the bay.
All right, can we close the door?
Hold
Or
on.
is it open still or is it closed? I'm sorry.
It's open. It's still open because you have to still get inside. Before you
Yeah.
got inside is when he saw the.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Roll. What is it now? 3d6.
Roll for plant chucking.
Yes, roll for plant chucking.
To eat the plant. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, so you do in fact throw the plant. It hits the wall, and you hear this blood-curdling scream, and it's almost as if the plant was alive in more ways than one. And what was once what you thought dirt on the wall is actually like a black ooze that is slowly taking over the wall, and as it goes up towards the lights, it completely blacks out the lights. It is pitch black dark.
Come on in here and let's close the door.
And that will bring us to our next scene. All right, the first truth.
The world is dark.
Natalie.
The wall I threw it against it's far away from us. Like it's a couple of feet. I would say at least 15 feet. I really with all my strength threw it.
Okay, so the wall
So
is far
the-
away.
Yeah,
Okay.
So is the thing.
yeah. For now. Give us some time.
Gotta end everything for now.
Totally.
The bridge of this ship can separate and be used as a life raft, like the Enterprise disc session.
Okay.
Separating.
Okay.
Of course it can. Why didn't we use that if we knew that? How did he know?
All right, and
Oh, we don't have enough power to actually do it. It can just happen.
it's all
We
the
don't
power
have
of
that power
the
now.
power of the dice. The
Yeah.
final truth is
And you were alive.
Yes.
For now.
For now.
So the three of you are in the escape. Totally, we're going to get to you in 1 second. The three of you are in the escape pod room. The door is still open. There is a darkness that is taking over the room very quickly, and you can see it spilling in from the vents. And it's actually blocking off some of the vents. That Apollo comes in and says, "Oxygen, 8%."
Door. Now. Can it shut? I tried it. So is she in?
Yeah.
She's
Natalie.
Yeah.
I tried to shut the door.
in. Okay, you shut the door, or you want to latch it? Roll.
I shut the door. I latch it. Yeah.
Roll
Alright.
4d6. Sorry, I'm getting you guys to roll so much for this door, but it's very important to the story. It seems.
1, 2, 3, 4. Seriously?
Now you've burned everything, right?
No, not at all. I've got my vice and I've got my brink still.
Okay.
Alright.
So
Let me think.
You could burn your vice if you wanted. Plus, remember, you get that special hope die.
That's true. How often do I get the special? So the special hope die I can use once.
The hope die you can use for every roll until you lose it on the brink. If
So
you
I could have. So have I been making rolls this whole time? Could I have been using an extra die every single turn?
more than likely, yeah, it's probably me just
okay.
forgetting.
All right,
It's
that
probably me just
would be
forgetting.
me forgetting, I guess. But it's fine. I'm trying to think of how I would use my vice though, because I've thought about ways to use it, and they're not pleasant.
Pushing
Well,
Natalie
this
out.
isn't necessarily a pleasant story.
All right. Obadiah looks at Sarah and Natalie, and yeah. My vice is greedy. There is not enough oxygen to spare for everybody in here. So before I shut the door, I need to figure out who am I going to be trying to throw out, or am I gonna? I don't think I can do them both. Natalie's smaller.
Yeah, she's
Natalie's
also
smaller,
closer to
and
the
she was
door.
and she was and she was supposed to be out already. I was already planning on leaving her. All right. Well, now that you've given us the oxygen, no, yeah, you got it. Never mind. All right, I'm going to use my vice of greedy, and I'm going to attempt to shove Natalie out of the door as I shut it, because that's what a great guy Obadiah is.
Let's hope you roll a 6.
Let's hope. Yeah.
Jules said.
2d6 as you have your hope die.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and tell us
All right. All right.
how you do that?
So, Natalie, you just came in. Does her bag still have plants in it? Like other plants that aren't contaminated?
Well, her bag has plants in it.
Yeah,
The box
never
has
mind.
plants in it.
Yeah, I'm going to rush over to her and just kind of push her back out of the room, and then slam the door on her. Sarah, do you have anything to say to that?
I'm gonna lunge at him. But
Okay. Are you going to lunge in a way of trying to stop him?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna,
roll 4d6.
okay.
And you didn't roll any successes, but you still have stuff to burn, right?
I do. I'm gonna burn my virtue,
All right.
which is leadership.
Hey, there you go.
Hey,
I'm going to try to punch him, but
All right, go ahead and roll 1d6.
sure.
Unfortunately, that does not work.
Tisk.
Obadiah shuts the door and locks it, and you are now locked in with someone who is... You can see his lust for life has turned into greed and just complete survival mode.
Sarah, please don't try to stop me again, all right? I'm very happy that you are with me, that you have children to go back to. Let's get out of this alive. I would rather not have to worry about having someone try to stab me in the back. And I would hope that you wouldn't have to worry about me trying to stab you in the back, so...
Just tried to kill Natalie.
I know. Alright, now you know what I'm gonna do?
Well, before we do that,
Alright.
that scene is ended.
Alright, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We are now at 3 candles. And this one is a very important one. Because this is the last round that there will be a player truth.
Mm.
And that player truth will be on Sarah. So the first truth is...
The world is dark.
Sarah?
My arm is starting to turn black from whatever is contaminating my blood.
Oof.
I like that.
You
The last...
suck. So perfect, wow.
The last truth is...
And we are alive.
Somehow we still all are alive. For now.
Okay, so... We are going to start it off with Natalie. Or actually, Atoli. We're going to start off with Atoli.
So I was running away from the thing, trying to rejoin the group, and I would book it down the hallway after injuring that thing, and I'd come around the corner and see the bay all darkened, and I would see Natalie standing there.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
the door is opened because they do not latch. Are you going? You want
What's
to fire
going on? Where are they?
You want to?
With my gun pointed at her.
Okay. Well, hold on. Oh, well, that's a conflict for sure.
I'm just pointing it at her.
Oh, okay. You're pointing. Okay, sorry. I wanted.
Yeah,
thought you
yeah.
wanted to
No,
shoot
I'm
her.
just. What's going on? Where are they?
They're in the ski pod, but they just pushed me out and closed the door.
They pushed you up. And I look at the blackness growing on the wall, and like there'd be like a shattered pot, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I look back at her. I know
There was-
things about you.
About me? What are you talking about?
You know what I am talking about. And I look at the plant and I look back at her. What did you bring on this ship?
I was just bringing some plants.
Why
I
did
don't
they
know
push
what-
you out? Why don't they trust you?
There was something with the plant. I don't know. It wasn't my fault. I was just trying to bring the plant in and because to save it, and I didn't know there was something in the plant.
Just as the standoff happens, the room is completely engulfed in darkness, and you can hear like a squishing sound all around you.
Can I ask for her to make a roll, and if she succeeds, I'm not going to shoot her?
Would that be her trying to persuade you? That would only
Yeah.
be if you wanted to.
Yeah,
That
I
would be
mean, if
her
Natalie
conflict
wants to,
towards you.
if Natalie wants to persuade you to not shoot her, then yeah, I guess that would be a conflict that she would have to roll. I mean, are you willing? Are you trying?
Like, I don't want to roll to shoot you because I've been rolling good. But at this moment, it just plays into the the thing that I gave you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you blank. So
Yeah.
this fits that so well.
Right. Right.
like-
right.
Right now, I'm about to shoot you. You're trying to talk me out of it, so I think you should make the roll.
I think
That's
maybe
just
what
my
he's
opinion.
trying to say is you should roll, fail, and burn until you can get to your brink. I tell you what, since this is our first time playing and we want to tell a good story, I'm willing to let you roll your brink. If you so choose.
If you fail.
Well, I'm just gonna roll to convince him. We'll go from there.
Okay.
Okay.
So it'll be 3d6. That is a success. Oh wait, hold on. Let me roll mine. All right. You look at him to persuade to him, and it totally kind of puts his gun down for just a second, and then he looks around you, and then puts his gun back up.
Boom, boom, and I shoot.
All right, roll 3d6.
Oh dear.
Well, we'll see.
Oh.
All right. So that will end the second scene. But
Oh wait! I can burn.
yes.
I am determined.
Oh
My
wow.
virtue was next. My virtue was next, so I am determined that she brought some. She is responsible for this in ways that we all don't know yet.
All right.
I was right. Thank you.
Roll 1d3 or 1d6.
Thank me.
Oh.
Roll 1d6.
Oh, no, Yeah. No, I rolled
1d6.
1d3 on accident.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Unfortunately, that is burned, but and that will end our scene. So when Atoli goes to shoot, the squirming sound it covers up Natalie's body and absorbs the bullets for her. You
What
notice
the hell?
you notice that Natalie is freaked out and doesn't quite know what's going on. The only thing that she can think is that she's nurtured this plant from a seedling, and that maybe it's showing some kind of affection for her. And that will then end our third candle. And we are going to go to our second candle. And there will be two truths. First truth is
The world is dark. The second truth is, and we are alive.
Or not.
so. We're going to go to Sarah and Obadiah in the escape pod, who have now just seen that altercation.
Going to.
We need to get out of here. There's no way to eject the freaking thing. All right. Wonder if they. Whatever happened to the people of the light that you were talking to?
Maybe they can tow us out of here.
Yeah. Ask them if they can with your little device. I'm gonna keep typing my memoirs. Because that's what's important.
Throw Obadiah's self-insert fanfiction at the wall.
Oh man, that's perfect.
Try. I'm gonna reach for the console. That's when I notice that my hand is just under the bloody bandages. There's blackness just creeping up my arm.
Yep, you see the darkness on your arm, and you, at this point, you don't care. You're not even trying to hide it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna smash that communication button and just demand that they help us somehow. They're out there. They
Roll
God
two.
will help us.
Roll 2d6.
All right. 2d6. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Nothing happens.
They do contact you back. They are monitoring you closely. Or not they, but the intelligence, the light.
People love the light music.
Yes. They're monitoring you closely, and they say,
All will be taken care of when the time comes.
And I'm just going to scream.
Are we going to live? Ask them if we're going to live. Are we going to live?
Are you not going to help us? Are we going to survive?
they say back,
You will live on in the light.
and that will end our second to last scene.
Oh, wow.
Nope.
Okay.
So we're on our final candle.
I know what must be done.
This is when everything comes to a head. So you will have 1d6. I will have 9d6. Hope and pray that you can roll a 6. Or if you're Obadiah, hope and pray that you can roll a 6 or a 5 or 6 with your hope die.
Yes.
So we're going to go person by person. And we are going to start with a totally... No, sorry. First, we need to establish the truth. The truth is...
The world is dark.
We are no longer alive.
So, we will start the scene off with Sarah again. And how would you like to start our final scene?
I am just screaming into the communications thing, trying to beg them to help us.
They hear you screaming and say, "Scream soft, my child. You need all the breath you have."
And then something in me sort of snaps, and I just turn on Obadiah and just grab him and start shaking him.
What are you doing?
This is
What?
What did you? This is your fault.
It's my fault, you say?
This is all. I don't know how. I don't know why. This is all your fault. And just black fingers around his neck.
I
So-
do the same back.
So with your grip, it is now spread through your whole body. You start, Obadiah. You can see her eyes, and her eyes are now black. The veins in her body have gone to black. And Sarah, why don't you go ahead and roll 1d6, and we'll see if you can end Obadiah's life. Oh,
Lucky that.
Tammy!
you don't quite end his life, but you both are suffocating one another. Apollo comes over the intercom and says,
Oxygen critical level 1%.
Alright, I'm gonna try to, I have one hope left. I release her, and I turn away from her, and I get down on my knees.
While she's choking.
Yeah, well, that's it. I try to get away from her choking me. Is that possible? Or is it
"Okay,
just-
we'll say you can. Yeah, we'll
I'm
say
gonna try
you
to
can-
push her off me, and then I'm going to get down on my knees and clasp my hands together.
Do you still have your brink?
Yes.
Can you play it?
Yes, that's what I'm playing.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That is exactly what I'm doing. Yes.
Sorry.
I am going to begin to worship and praise them, begging for them to take me in. I want to become one of them and live on forever in the dark. My
Okay.
laptop sits to the side, forgotten. I raise my hands up in supplication. Then I turn to Sarah. You're becoming one of them. Teach me. Bite me. Cut me. Kill me. Only you can save me now. All right, do I roll for the...
Yeah, roll
Yeah.
roll 1d6.
Is it 2d6?
Yeah, sorry. 2d6.
We got a 6 and a 5.
Oh, that's a double success. So you officially let Sarah kill you. So
Yes.
I will
Yeah.
let you narrate your death.
All right. Sarah, do you want to let me know how you would want to kill me, or you want me to say it for you?
Go for it.
All right.
She's lost all control.
You already wanted to do that, so you were like, okay.
All right.
You're still really mad at Obadiah, so you kind of turn around and you pick up the laptop and you start smashing him over the head with it. knocking him to the floor as blood starts coming out of his mouth. Till finally you break the computer, and then you keep hitting him. And he smiles a little bit. And then a spark of his life is extinguished. And you have slaughtered Obadiah, although he did ask for it, so it's a consensual slaughter. Yeah.
All right, that was awesome.
Does the blackness consume me?
The blackness will consume you.
Wonderful.
Sarah,
I'm liquidated.
your mouth opens, and the same stuff that you saw on the wall by Natalie comes out of your mouth into his bloody mouth because it's attracted to blood and takes over his body. And as he dies, it's kind of knocked you back on your feet, and you're a little bit shaken.
I think I am ready to narrate my death.
Okay. All right. Would you like to take your own life? Or
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So I pull up, and as I'm shooting, the plant light envelops her, and the bullets just stop dead on her. And realizing I've already shot all my bullets at the one creature, and I just wasted the last that I have, I'm going to throw the gun down and charge her like I'm going to tackle her. When the plant-like tendrils that enveloped her latch onto me from all sides, like this plant and her share a bond, and she won't let me get anywhere close to her. I struggle as the vines twist around me, but they just cut into my flesh. Blood starts going everywhere as they literally rip me limb from limb.
Right. That's pretty awesome. Natalie, on you.
So I'm just staring, shell-shocked, confused on why all of a sudden they would protect me. And I look over to where my plant was, and I rush over to it, and I just get on my knees, and I just say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And I'm talking to it like I would normally talk to my plant. So I'm just hoping that, I know it doesn't seem right, but it's all I have just to comfort me. So I'm just trying to see if that does anything.
As you do that, the squishy substance feels as if it's stroking your hair, as if to tell you it's okay. And you hear in your ear, you are the last of the living. Eject the pod.
So I look around, and Apollo, can you eject the pod, please?
I will do anything for them.
Oh, now you can eject the pod. Great.
If this is what they wish, this is what they get. And then all of a sudden, you see everything light up really quick, and then goes completely black. And then, but you can see, Natalie, you can see the squishy darkness thumping on the door of the life pod. And Sarah's inside, and she's just kind of accepted defeat. So, and all of a sudden you hear, doom, and you hear a sucks the life pod out. Natalie, it also sucks you out, and you are floating through the emptiness of space. And Sarah, so are you. You have maybe 5 minutes worth of air left inside the escape pod, and you see Natalie floating behind you. In about 30 seconds, you see her turn into a person icicle, and the darkness grabs her, reels her back in, and you see Earth, and you're coming in the direction of Earth. But you hear the escape pod, the sirens are going off, beep, 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 beep. You see critical air on the dash, and you have maybe 1 or 2 minutes now. How would you like to narrate your death?
I'm going to
Within sight of home. God.
look at the earth and think the last, like, whatever's left of my brain that hasn't been taken over by them, and think of my kids and say, I'm coming home, and then I want to blow the airlock on the ship.
All right. So you blow the airlock on the ship. Your body immediately ejects, taking all the air that's left from the pod and your body. You are suffocating in the vacuum of space, and you are going towards Earth. You are dead by the time you reach the atmosphere, and as soon as you reach re-entry, you turn into a ball of fire, and you are nothing but ash the next time it rains on Earth. And that is 10 candles.
Damn.
So how'd
That
you
was a
guys
lot
like
of
it?
fun.
I just want to
I
say
love
that, like,
this game.
as Natalie was going out, she's just like thinking of like her summers at like going out in the middle of nowhere and watching the stars shoot. So like this is like the perfect death for her. She loves looking at the stars in the sky.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love this game.
Cool, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Can we play this again?
I'm sorry I turned on you, Tatiana. It just so like
It's all part of the game. It's all part of the game.
Yeah.
It's a logical conclusion. I would have done the same, honestly.
they don't know the thing
Right.
that I gave you.
Yeah, we didn't get to... So what was your brink? You brought them onto the ship?
I was experimenting on a human DNA mutation.
Ah, that's a good one. Yeah, Sarah gave me... I've seen them strip the commander's flesh from his bones and devour him like a Sunday roast.
Well,
That's why the commander had to die so brutally.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, what was Obadiah's was I've seen you worship them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Atoli, what was yours?
I've seen you planting false papers.
Oh,
False
okay.
information. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you,
Yeah.
Sarah?
You were a spy.
I've seen you de-age, implying that I was some sort of variant of them.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool too. Man, that was a lot of
Nice.
fun. Thank you guys. Thank you
It's
guys
kind
for
of
playing that.
funny that going because my second thing I was gonna burn was antisocial. So I was like, if I didn't play to the plant, like I thought, oh well, I always talk to plants, so I could burn that, but
Yeah.
didn't even get to that.
Yeah, I still have my moment left to burn too.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for playing. It was a lot of fun.
That was so
Oh,
cool.
thank
Yeah,
you for running,
it was
man.
fun.
I never burned my moment and I never burned my brink.
I know. I think you were just ready to die. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was
I
that
was
at
just
that
done.
point in the story it just
It's like
fit.
You went full Russian
time to
and just,
die.
Time for
you
death.
went full Russian and were just like, look, either I'm going to kill you or you're going to kill me.
Yep. He had snapped at that point. You know, it was just too much. He was done.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for letting me kill you today.
Thank you for killing us.
Yeah. No, thank you. It was fun.
Do it again
Yeah.
next time.
What a well-made game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully we get to play again. I'm going to read up on the rules a little more just to get myself more, more familiar with the rules. But I kind of just wanted to go a little freeform. We kind of mixed the rules up a little bit just because I didn't want the rules to hinder the gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as we had fun, that's really all that matters.
That's always the case. Yes, that's my mantra personally
Yeah.
as a game master. A lot of times I'm
Yeah.
just like, screw the rules. This is better.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, feel free to chat on the Discord more. If you guys ever want to set up your own game or whatever, please feel free to do so.
Can I
the Dis-
throw out a shameless plug too?
yeah,
when
go
you're
ahead.
done? Okay. Oh, I meant when you're done.
No, go ahead.
All right. Check out the Triple J Gaming Discord. I know there's all kinds of links and stuff in Rollers of Rlyeh. We do all different systems, lots of different games to run. If you want to run a game, we stream, we record, we edit. We're really starting to look at more of the production side. So, like, for example, say you want a game like this, you're running a game like this and you don't feel like doing all of the legwork to record it, release it, edit it, we'll talk to us, talk to me. We'll get you out there.
Awesome.
And if you just want to join any of the games that we're running as well.
Yeah, feel free to talk on the servers. I'd like to try Honey Heist at some point. That
Yes,
sounds
I'm thinking like in a couple of weeks, provided everything just doesn't go crazy.
Yeah, that's cool. And I also downloaded the core rule book for Kids on Bikes.
Oh, excellent.
Wow.
That sort of runs a lot like this, where it's a lot of freeform storytelling. So hopefully we can get that involved too. I like those 80s style, like the Goonies and stuff like that. I love that stuff.
Things.
Yeah, exactly. Stranger.
It was great meeting you all. It was great playing with you all.
Yeah, thank you guys for playing.
Definitely.
Yep.
Thank
Take
you.
it easy, guys. Thank you.
Hope to see you guys again.
Bye.
Deathstroke 9 out.
See you, Dan.
We've come so far, only to fall now. Hopefully there are still some of you out there. I'm not sure if anyone will ever see this, but if you do not make the same mistakes that we did. Do not fall into the same folly. There are things out there much bigger than you. Understand that. There are things out there beyond the stars. We made the mistake of believing that we were the only ones out there. We're not. We are not alone.
Comrades, we have succeeded, but at what cost?
If you're seeing this, then no, we took every logical precaution. It is what it is. I don't regret it. The stars are beautiful whether you're here on Earth or out here. That's what really matters. I mean, this might look like the end, but we're made from these stars. We're born from the stars. Hopefully we can explore it again.
Hello? Houston, this is Sarah Hartsfield, Tartarian Blaze. Hello? Do you copy? They are here. They are here. We don't know how they found us, what they want, only that we're running out of light. And that's the only thing that's keeping them from... Oh God. There's only one. Frank, I'll see you soon.